Hey Bill, Simon here from Little Big Marketing. I spoke to Jessica on Friday about sending you this really quick video. Very sorry I didn't get it to you over the weekend. With the video, I'm going to share it with you a few really good tips. So I'd just like to mention that even if you aren't interested in the service, I really wanted to get your feedback on the video. So please, if you could just keep that in mind, thank you very much. Alright, so as mentioned in the email, I'm going to cover a few specific things that are critical in boosting traffic to your website, leading to obviously more clients. Now, firstly, I want to show you exactly where your site ranks on Google in comparison to your competitors. So I've got your website here, and what I've done is I've just put into Google a relevant keyword or a search phrase that someone would enter into Google looking for your service, along with a location being San Diego. And I've pulled a couple of your top competitors from there. And then I've put your website into a tool I use called Ahrefs, and this is going to show me exactly where your website ranks in Google. So if I've got position here, you're currently ranking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 keywords there. And the first thing I notice is you've got some good buyer intent keywords like patio, Paver, San Diego, people actually looking for a service with the location, so that's perfect. However, you're currently ranking, the highest you're ranking is page 3, so there's 10 results per page. And for Paver San Diego, which is getting searched for 200 times per month, volume is per month search volume, and you're not picking up any clicks for that as of yet, and that goes for all of these keywords you've got there. So at the moment, you're not receiving any clicks at all. If I come across to these guys here, now one big thing I want to point out straight away is they're receiving 452 clicks for their 1,700 keywords that they're ranking for. Doesn't mean they're on page 1 for all of those, but they're in the top 100 of Google, and obviously on page 1 for a lot of the good ones, considering they're ranking so high. So that's just one thing I wanted to show you. So that's sort of where you're ranking in terms of Google against your competitors. Now, obviously the idea is to come in here and get as many of those buyer intent keywords that you can find along with the locations and add those all to your site and rank on the first page of Google, and all of a sudden you start building these traffic volumes up. You may not get hundreds of clicks per each search phrase, but you might pick up 10 here, 70 there, 30 there, as you can see there with these guys. So that's the aim. Now, coming across to your website, the next step I wanted to look at was ways that you can go about ranking your website, and they are content, number 1, backlinks, number 2, and citations, number 3. I'll explain each as I go. Content on your website, what I'm referring to is words and images. You've got quite a few really nice images there I like. However, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words, basically enough for info for potential customers to come along and read and make an informed decision. It also allows you to get more of those keywords into that content. Basically, that takes the guesswork out of Google. If you're putting in there San Diego Paving Company, Google knows you're a San Diego Paving Company, and it doesn't have to sort of guess from all the other wording you've got on your site or from your location, etc., and your images, because it can't actually see your images. So super important. If I come along and look at your competitors here, this is one, San Diego Pavers, that have the high search volume. They've got a little bit of content on there, some really nice images as well. But if you were to look at step 1 being content and you added those words, you'd start knocking them over already. And we've got here Tuscany Pavers. I mean, a quick look, same thing. So step 1, you could have them covered pretty quickly. Step 2, backlinks. What I'm referring to with backlinks is basically anywhere one's website refers to another via a clickable link. Now, the links transfer authority to the website being ranked, and Google looks at this to establish whether the website is essentially trustworthy or not. The more authority or trust, the more likely it is Google's going to rank that site for these keywords here, where you had 10. And I can see you're paying for 4 different keywords there from paid advertising. And I just want to mention that not all backlinks are created equal. If they've got to be industry specific, something else to do with paving or landscaping, etc., synthetic lawns, and they've also got to come from other high-rated sites. So it's really important that the quality of backlinks you're getting are coming from highly rated sites. And that's going to rank your site faster and allow you to rank for more keywords and pick up more traffic quicker. So that's backlinks, and I just want to show you these guys here. 147, that's not a lot, coming from 36 domains. This is beatable. So if you wanted to start looking at this sort of traffic, very, very beatable here in these numbers, and these guys have got slightly more traffic than you. They're just not, well, more traffic than you, but not as many as those last guys. They haven't quite optimized how they've got their keyword structured in their content, and you can see here they've got a lot of backlinks coming from the same referring domains or referring websites, so they need to be spread out a little bit, in terms of getting more from like websites and higher rated rather than just getting so many, and they'd start to see a lot more traffic. So that's super important. You could start building up your organic traffic by going out and getting more of those links from other sites. Now the third thing was what's called citations. And citations are related to both your website and this map pack. So the map pack can add around 20 to 30% of the overall click rate onto your organic traffic, which comes from these results down here. So you can expect another 100 or 200 clicks per month. And the way to get in there is citations, and they are basically anywhere or any directory that your website is mentioned along with your business name, number, and address as seen on your Google My Business. Has to be exactly the same. Your Google My Business has to be filled out correctly and fully. And the more of those you have, the more likely you'll rank in here. As long as you've got a competitive number of reviews as well. And getting into this top 3 is super important because no one ever really clicks view all. Very rarely clicks view all. And this map pack is being used more and more for local business, local services, so it's super important to get in there to get into that top 3. The last thing, now that's the 3 tips. So content on your website, get some more content on there. Number 2 is the backlinks, go out to other like sites and get some links placed on there. And number 3 is going out to those directories and getting those citations. Those 3 things will help you start ranking on page 1 of Google. Now, the last thing I wanted to mention was I'm sure you've got some, out of these services you've got here, I'm sure you've got some that you prefer doing than others, whether they're higher value, higher profit margin, or they're just easier to do, whatever that is. When you come in here to these keywords, if you say prefer to do lots of driveway paving, what you do is pick out all of the driveway paving keywords that we could find. There's a way we have that we go and find all of them that are worth, 20 searches per month or so, and you build that up to where you're getting sort of 1,000 search volume per month. You rank for all of those keywords, and all of a sudden you're getting more driveway pavers San Diego jobs than you are of, say, what's another one? Instead of saying, river rock or synthetic lawns, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. We could go after synthetic lawns. We could go after retaining walls, whatever jobs you prefer. That's really important because that can be a way of increasing your revenue or increasing your work output without getting any busier. Super, super important. So they're the 3-4 main things that I wanted to point out. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you are interested, please feel free to give me a call at 760-405-8094. Otherwise, just reach out to the email. Please don't forget that I really do want to just get that feedback from you if you're not interested. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you've learned something. Have a great day.